So, I was at the gym recently. You know, working out and stuff, no big deal. I had just released my Chris Griffin video and was listening over it while on the elliptical. However, once the video ended, I was subjected to the worst thing a human possibly could. YouTube autoplay. My phone was just out of reach and I was only 5 minutes away from being done, so I thought, oh, what the hell? What's the worst that can play? Then, I heard it.
These are 10 episodes that show the worst things Stewie Griffin has done. Starting with number 10, the greatest crossover in the show's history, The Simpsons guy.
For those 5 minutes, I had to painfully stand there and listen to Stewie Griffin's worst ever moments, utterly confused as to how anyone could listen to this. Then when I was done, I saw it had 700,000 views. Guess I'm in the minority! It was like the evolution of those 5-hour Family Guy funny moment compilations. The video is disguised as an essay, you know, like he's gonna be discussing Stewie Griffin's worst ever moments. However, pretty quickly you start to realize that he's providing a lot of context for each episode, most of it not even relating to Stewie. It's almost as if someone had just looked up an article about the worst things Stewie had done, went to ChatGPT, and then asked it to summarize the episode for them with no regard as to whether or not it actually pertains to the topic. You know, that's probably it. I thought nothing more of it at the time. Crap video, awful channel, whatever. But little did I know something very bad had happened the second that video started. YouTube thought I wanted more. No, every time I open the YouTube app, more of these videos start popping up. The worst things Lois has ever done, the worst things Peter has done, Brian, Homer Simpson, Marge Simpson, Eric Cartman.
These are the 6 episodes that show the worst things Eric Cartman has ever done.
More and more of these bland videos started getting recommended to me, these terrible recaps with no substance whatsoever. But it was only upon deciding to stop and actually look at them that I realized something. These aren't the same channel! There were a million of these things, all usually themed around a certain show. There's one for Family Guy, The Simpsons, South Park, hell, even kid shows like SpongeBob or The Fairly OddParents. I had just stumbled upon this next level content farm that was abusing nostalgia to churn out what's essentially brief audio descriptions of random TV episodes. And people were eating it up! And so today I wanted to try and delve further into this tripe, to try and see how these channels started, how they've managed to rise so much in popularity, and what you could even do about it. But first, this video is sponsored by Factor. Factor makes meeting your nutritional goals easier than ever by delivering fresh, never frozen, dietitian-approved meals right to your doorstep, with a team of gourmet chefs creating meals using only ingredients with integrity to help you feel your best. These things are ready to eat in just 2 minutes, with you getting to choose from a weekly menu of 35 options, including Calorie Smart, Keto, Protein Plus, Vegan, and even more. There's also breakfast options, lunch snacks, and beverages. You'd never have to go to the store again, your fridge can be packed. There's even a premium gourmet option where you can get all this fancy stuff like filet mignon, shrimp, truffle butter. I've never even heard of that, but it sounds good. So with all this and more, why wouldn't you head to Factor75.com or click the link below and use code LSMark50 to get 50% off your first Factor box and 20% off next month's orders. That's code LSMark50 at Factor75.com to get 50% off your first box, plus 20% off your next month of orders. And thanks Factor for sponsoring this video. Also, the same day I was finishing this video, Slush has uploaded a video talking about the exact same thing, so I would recommend checking his out too after this one to see more of these terrible channels. I'm so glad somebody else has been picking up on this. Now, this was all very interesting to me because it actually confirmed one of my oh my god, emergency alert! Okay, this confirmed one of the predictions I had made at the start of the year in my AI entrepreneur video. You know, I wasn't expecting it to happen so soon. So if you were wondering where the hell these channels came from, then I'll give you a quick recap of the fun new things going on with content farms. Basically, COVID really ramped up the amount of people out there who desire to work from home and be their own boss. And while most methods of this flop completely as they generally just try to sell you ugly AI pet portraits and other junk like that, a successful case of this has come with YouTube channels who focus on churning out easily disposable yet highly watchable videos that require as little human input as possible. Think police interrogation videos or re-uploading full episodes of cartoons. Stuff you can throw together en masse that appeals to an extremely wide audience. I think with those kinds of videos doing so well, along with AI becoming more easy to use and available to the average Joe, we're now seeing people try and use these same methods to try and break their way into more niche communities on YouTube. For example, the video essay. Then once one of these channels does well and starts raking in thousands of views, the people behind it then use some of that revenue to hire someone to do the same thing for them. Just write a prompt into ChatGPT and make a quick and easy thumbnail to go along with it. And while your new employee is busy doing that, you can then go and make a new channel. This time around a different topic within the same niche. Think Family Guy channel's doing well? Now I'll do a Simpsons one. It writes itself. I'm positive plenty of these channels are run by the same guy or girl, I don't judge, but there's no way it can be all of them, which leads me to what's really been causing these channels to expand. This guy, Sweaty Clam, has been blowing up on YouTube with these Family Guy recaps. He made the one that was first recommended to me, actually. And let me be clear, I don't like or respect this content, but I do respect the hustle, bro. Fist bump. Still don't respect the content, though. With every single one of these videos getting hundreds of thousands of views, most of which only in a couple days, I'm sure it's convinced others that this is the new way to go. From first-hand experience, you know, it's hard growing a YouTube channel. And so if you've been making videos for years with no big break in sight, then I'm sure seeing channels like this were more than enough to convince you that this is the way to go. That's why you'll find a lot of people making this sort of content whose previous videos are completely unlike what they're doing now. I'd find this channel Dizzy Dust, who I was going to use as an example. They've been trying this kind of content with the Fairly Odd Parents, but I guess it wasn't doing so well, so they're doing American Dad now. And okay, I've just now seen that she's deleted her old videos while I was going to screenshot it, but just know, Dizzy Dust, I saw your previous videos, I know you're not an android. So you clearly have this one guy who's made a set of videos that have garnered millions of views, and so now everybody is jumping on the trend to oversaturate the market. I'm telling you, every time I go to look for one of these guys, another 5 pop up. Here's the real Simpson, who just started uploading these crappy video essays. Yet before then, his only presence on the site was randomly posting a trailer to some weird ABC movie 17 years ago. You think he came back due to his sheer passion for recapping Simpsons episodes? They all edit them the exact same way too. Not only are the thumbnails a dead giveaway, but there's this constant shaking effect of the characters and near constant text on screen to keep your eyes glued. While looking for that clip, I found a new Family Guy channel doing it, which for some reason is called Good Tips Every Day. The channel shares good tips to help make some tasks easier in everyday life that we often encounter. Thanks for the tips, guys. I'll be sure to take the lessons I've learned from at times when Quagmire was a hero in Family Guy and apply it to my everyday. He became a hero? Copyright by Dealy Tips. Dude, you should probably remove that. Someone might look into this. Obviously, the question to ask here is, why do these videos do so well? If the content sucks and has no passion behind it, then why does it get so many views? Well, it's pretty simple, actually. Most people don't care. They just want something to put on while drawing or washing up or playing Fortnite. And with attention spans dropping by the second, I think it's safe to say the average person today would rather sit and listen to a free YouTube video recapping 10 episodes of Family Guy in 22 minutes, rather than paying for Hulu and watching a single episode in that same amount of time. It's convenient. And while there's nothing wrong with seeking that, honestly, I'd be a massive hypocrite if I did find an issue with it. Subscribe to Midnight Mark. I just think it sets a bad precedent to reward people for sticking a couple keywords into ChatGPT and having it spew out a video for you. I remember Channel Frederator got into trouble for that a while back, uploading their 107 facts where it was more than apparent that they just got a bot to give them factoids. Being pretty obvious because half of them were wrong. Although here it's like they're barely even trying to hide it. Frederator at least had a reputation to ruin. These people are just in it for the money, who cares if an asshole like me doesn't like it? I think that's why the thumbnail style popped off so much too. Not only because it's perfectly bland and offensive and therefore broad in who it markets to, but also because I'm sure there's a lot of folks out there who see it, look at the view count and go, wow, this looks easy. So then they go and do it.
These are the 6 episodes that show the worst things Eric Cartman has ever done.
Bello, what happened? You used your actual voice in the first couple of videos, but then switched to an AI.
These are the 10 most wholesome South Park episodes ever.
But I guess what the fuck do I know, because since then the views have skyrocketed. I sure wish I didn't give a shit. I suppose at the end of the day you might be sitting there asking yourself, what can you do? These videos will continue getting millions and millions of views by general audiences who couldn't care less. More and more of these channels will begin popping up as a result, until eventually the whole market crashes with only the top few remaining, just like every other trend on this site. And so in that regard, what's even the point in complaining? If there's nothing that can be done about it, then why make this whole video discussing it? It's not like the people making it are gonna get offended. They're getting exactly what they want out of this. And I guess then, this is mostly for the people out there who are aspiring to be YouTubers, who want to make videos discussing their interests, discussing what they're passionate about. I'm sure there's been plenty of them out there who have seen this type of content blowing up recently and have either considered, or gone all in on reformatting their channel to become a quick and easy video essay content farm. And I guess I just want to ask these people, is it worth it? Is it worth the increase in subscribers to know that deep down these are viewers who don't give a shit about what you have to say? Just having something to listen to that they'll forget a couple minutes later when the next AI video essay channel rolls around? Do what you want, really, it's no skin off my back. Make one of these channels if you want, but I can't imagine that it would make you very proud at the end of the day. You know, unless you just don't give two shits about whether or not people actually like the videos and just want the money. That's fine, honestly. But hey, like I said, you do you. Doesn't look like they're slowing down anytime soon. I just got so genuinely pissed off by YouTube filling my recommendation page with these things that I just had to write down my thoughts. See you next time.